I have been rejected more times than I can count by universities, scholarship committees, employers, and even people. But you know what? I still made it. I'm still here, I still show up, and I still get what I really wanted and achieved all my goals. At the age of 18, I moved to Russia to pursue my bachelor degree. And here started my adult life with the rejections and failures. Moscow is quite expensive city, so I wanted to work to support myself financially. Therefore, I started applying for jobs. But for 4 years, I haven't received even one offer from a company. After my bachelor degrees, I wanted to continue to study at an English taught program to improve my English and to see other countries. But I have applied to many master programs, including in Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, France, but still nothing. In the end, I got accepted at the master degree at my current university with a scholarship. However, my dream of studying abroad, improving my English, and seeing the world didn't go anywhere. Therefore, I used this opportunity, and for 1 year, I went to study in Europe as an exchange student. I was 1 semester in Hungary and 1 semester in France. So in the end, I did it anyway. After my master degree, I decided to come back home and work there. And my serious journey of failures and rejection started then. I have applied to more than 300 jobs, and for 9 months I didn't receive anything. But finally, I secured a job in a German fund and I started working. Later, I aimed for PhD, and for 3 years, I have been applying for different programs with a scholarship and still heard nothing from any university. But finally, I received 3 scholarships from Hungary, Brunei, and Turkey. So the moral of this story is that even if you fail, even if you get rejections, if you don't give up, you will get where you want to be. Well, there were nights when I was crying, when I was getting these rejection emails, I was complaining to my friends, to my mom, I wanted to give up, but I realized that it's not about how many rejections you get, how many failures you will have, it's about how many times you get back up. Do you know how many cartoons Walt Disney produced before Snow White became famous? 400. And most of them lost fortune. But Snow White changed everything. In the first 6 months of 1938, Walt Disney earned more money than it did for whole its history. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, with net worth of $165 billion in 2025, mentioned in one of his meetings that during his lifetime he owned from 400 to 500 different stocks, but he made his fortune out of only 10 of them. It means that the rest was either unsuccessful or actually he lost money. According to Thomas Edison records, he failed 2,774 times before reaching a working design of a light bulb. I can give you a million examples of successful people who failed countless times, but they made it in the end. The key here is learning from your failures, learning from your rejections. Not to get it personally, but try to use it in your favor. Here is 4 strategies I used to cope with failures and rejections. First of all, mindset. Change your mindset. In the beginning, when I was getting rejections, I was thinking it's only about me, it's so personal, and I'm not good enough for this job, for this university, or for this scholarship. But over time, I changed my mindset from fixed into growth. When I realized that I can get rejection as a feedback, not as a failure, I can learn something from it. My skills are not fixed, my qualities are not constant. I can develop them, I can become better. The more I learn, the better I will become, and the higher will be my chances of getting this job, this university, or this scholarship. The second thing that I learned is that strategies matters, and strategic movement in all spheres of your life, including when you want to achieve your goals, is very important. So what I did, I didn't apply blindly, I tried to learn how to do it properly. I got my feedback or my rejection, and I understood, okay, what I can do more better to get this job. I start reading books, I start watching videos, I start reaching people out to ask of their experience, how they got this scholarship, or how did they do their motivation letter, how did they do their cover letter for this job. In the end, strategy replaced hope. Before I was hoping, oh, I will get this job, but now I knew that I have strategic movement and I have strategic steps which will get me where I want. Rejections made me go out from my comfort zones and grow. With each rejection, I grew a little more. I realized that if not this rejection, which I get as a feedback, I wouldn't go out of my comfort zone and I wouldn't learn something new. I wouldn't contact people through LinkedIn, I wouldn't write them emails, I wouldn't go to drink coffee with them to understand, to realize what they did differently to get this job, to get this scholarship. I was able to find better, smarter ways to achieve and to get what I really want. Rejections made me more persistent and more confident to believe in myself. I understood that, okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many times something doesn't work. I will get what I want in the end. I wouldn't say it's easy. It was very hard. It is very hard still because I'm still getting rejections while I'm applying for jobs in Norway now. But I would not grow to that person who I am now, who would be so confident to have YouTube videos like these if not all these rejections. And looking back, I wouldn't trade them. When I had very hard times and still when I have these hard times, what I do, I get support from my family. When you are feeling down, when you are feeling demotivated, take a pause. It's fine, it's totally fine. You don't have to chase your dreams every single second. Take your pause, take your break, ask for help from your friend, from your family, from your husband, from your partner. Just take your time to breathe. When you have someone to believe in you, it's easier for you to believe in yourself. Therefore, when you're tired, ask for help. Just take a pause and then continue with a new energy. If you're watching this and feel hopeless, please remember, rejections don't define your worth. It's a redirection. Every no will bring you closer to a final yes that you deserve. Be kind to yourself. Take breaks if you need it, but don't quit. I didn't get here because I was lucky. I got here because I didn't stop showing up. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Let's support each other in this journey and share your experience with rejections in the comments. See you in my next videos.